Welcome to caseit2025 Case 2 presentations for Division 2, time slot C. My name is Alexis Yu and I will be your timer today. As a reminder, the caseit organizing committee is filming the presentations. It is my pleasure to introduce you to our judging panel. John Leskovich, Director of Engineering from the Coast Mountain Bus Company, Yap Siegman, Business Coach and Operational Change from Transformix Consulting, Frank Vandenberg, former Senior Manager IT at Scotiabank, Ryan Kuhn, AI Practice Director at Softline Solutions, and Alexander Oliveira, Board Member of CIO Canada. It is also my pleasure to introduce you to our judging facilitator, Mark Mara from SFU. We are excited for your presentation, but before we begin, we would like to remind competitors of the presentation guidelines. You will have 15 minutes of protected time to present your solution. At the conclusion of your presentation, judges will have 5 minutes to ask questions. At the end of presentation and Q&A periods, competitors and judges are not permitted to continue speaking, even if the time ends while they are in mid-sentence. An iPad will be used to time presentations and the Q&A period. You will be responsible for keeping track of your time. Please note that competitors are not permitted to reveal their university, country, or city of origin during or after a presentation. And just before we start, coaches, I want to remind you that you are only allowed to record your own team's presentation. Thank you and all the best. Competitors, you may begin your presentation whenever you are ready.
Because we have an exciting journey.
I'm very sorry. All right, we begin whenever you're ready.
So, I hope you all have your tickets and transport passes with yourself because we have an exciting journey ahead of us. But if not, don't worry, we have ours, and we will guide you through the digital transformation of translate today.
Welcome everybody, we're Sapphire Consulting, and I'm here with Mate, Bianca, Mate, and myself, Timmy. So, as Bianca said, dear passengers, I hope you'll have a wonderful journey with us. So, let's start to the summary. So, I'm sorry. We define your challenge. Your challenge is to how to manage the future ridership demand. Right now, it's maintaining operational efficiency and also being a coach effective approach while maintaining sustainability. For you, our strategy is that harnessing digital twin technologies will lead to effectiveness and also sustainability as well, gaining customer experience increase as well. So, the strategic pillars of this solution are twin it to win it and also monetize to maximize monetization. So, with these, the impacts will be significant for you. So, let's start with the current situation of you. So, you already built a great, significant system within Metro Vancouver, building on your core values, with innovations as well, emphasizing customer service, sustainability as well, and inclusiveness within this industry. So, with these values, as you can see the map of Metro Vancouver here, which contains 21 municipalities, also within 3,000 square kilometers and 2.7 million residents. And as you can see, Metro Vancouver, in this map, the single detached neighborhoods are likely to grow because within housing legislations, the population is presently and as it growth is projected because of several floor apartments is likely to be built in. That means 50,000 new residents annually in Metro Vancouver, which is projected to be to 2039 is 3.5 million residents. So you have to align with this growing population and address your challenges with other operational challenges as well we must focus on, which are high data volume because of the extensive ridership, and also delayed data infrastructure, and also focusing on predictive maintenance, which are really important to being cost effective for you and your system. Also, sustainability issues right now you're facing are CO2 emissions as well. You have to get down to that. Also, because of the lack of integrated system, you can be more effective if you enhance your already built-in system with digital technologies. So, with this said, Mate, please continue because he's waiting at the other stop.
Thank you very much. So, let me tell you a little bit about the digital twin technology. It's a virtual representation of a physical a project or a system or a process. So, what can it be used for? So it can be used for real-time data integration, also simulation and forecasting, remote monitoring, and also life cycle management. But especially for TransLink, it can be used for predictive maintenance on vehicles, also optimized service frequency and capacity, and also for infrastructure monitoring. We highly recommend you to use Bentley systems for implementing digital twin. They have a lot of experience in this topic and in this field. They already analyzed traffic, and they could help in a highway upgrade program as well, where they could help and saved 50,000 work hours and $7 million for the project team. So Bentley iTwin platform collects the data, and digital 4D visualizations are created. But where the data is coming from? So let me tell you the details. Sorry. What happened? So predictive maintenance on vehicles. So in Metro Vancouver, SkyTrain and Rapid Bus are priority in public transportation. So the first step is to place IoT sensors on these vehicles to optimize maintenance schedule and extend the lifetime of assets. 25% lower maintenance expenses can be reached with this strategy. The other is optimizing service frequency and capacity. You must place IoT and environmental sensors in the key bus stops and stations, and it can optimize the scheduling of bus and train frequency and reducing overcrowding. Also, the infrastructure monitoring, where IoT sensors are placed on the bridges and rails, and it can predict failures and reduce maintenance costs. So, the implementation of a digital twin in these areas can drive significant advancements and lead to fully integrated data-driven transit systems. Please continue with the implementation.
So, as Mate introduced our solution for you, the implementation we define in 6 phases. So, firstly, you have to preset everything. You have to start your strategic planning. You have to preset your platform. As we said, we suggest Bentley to be a partner for this solution. You have to do some changes in management, such as reallocating your workforce or recruitment of other data analysts. So after that, hardware and software procurement can begin. We remind that with phase 2, implementing the sensors Mate mentioned. Also, after that, you implement it in 6 months and in 9 months. You have to receive data for testing the AI modules you will be testing. After that, you have to fine-tune your AI models, your digital iTwin models with Bentley, and also integrating it to your business processes. And with this, the intake integration and integrated platforms can be worked with the pilot testing within a few vehicles, and also checking the real-time data to get more and collect more data and fine-tuning after that. After that, in phase 5, you'll be able to plan from the collected data and record KPIs and validate your processes. And after that, you will be able to install new sensors within a few years. years. With that, you can show your corporate dashboards with analysis, and also fine-tuning your system and get to the success of your public transportation. Janka, please continue with this idea.
Thank you, Simi. So as already stated, the next step is to monetize. It's time to monetize, to maximize. First of all, after having in-house the digital twin, you will have the collected data. The 3 years of operating with digital twin, you will have valuable access to valuable twins. So you will have the access to valuable trends which can be sold to corporate partners. The next step is so the next question, who are these partners? Our partners, we define 5 main groups of potential partners, which can be navigation companies, mobility companies, also insurance companies, and beside them, real estate and retail chains for their location decisions, and also municipalities and urban planners. But how do we provide them these data? So, these data can be reached through API access for historical and lifetime real-time data, and also through strategic data license. And now our first and last thing and task to do is to maintain these partnerships. These partnerships can mean 19.5 million income in the first operational year with calculating the sales team cost. So after having these monetization, it can be stated that after you can transform your already existing data into a valuable asset, it can mean a continuous revenue which can fuel the further innovative cost. So right now, we arrive to our timeline. The whole strategy can be implemented within 4 years. The main thing to be focused on is the end of pilot testing and the launch of the software. After that, you can start the monetization, so you can realize the income from 2028. After that, if you see that the main stakeholders' pain points, at first Translink had your operation in danger, the riders had their service disruptions, and also the employees experienced working conditions with concerning conditions. But after that, after a successful implementation, the operation can be more sustainable, more eco-friendly, with 25% of decrease in CO2 emission. Riders can experience a 23% of increase in customer experience, leading to a 12.5% of increase in the daily transit users. And also, your employees can support your operation with a more worker-friendly environment, also by having the supported transition for them. But Matti, please tell us about more in numbers.
Our financial projection shows that our break-even point will happen in 2027. With major investments in the first 2 years, we can go the net profitable from 2027 and also increase revenue rapidly until 2030, where we can reach our revenue by this strategy over 100 million Canadian dollars. Our key KPIs for this project are 21% ROI with completed with net profitable value of 103.6 million during the 6 years of our strategy. We also took into consideration main assumptions points such as inflation rate, VAT, and CAGR. Here you can see our cost breakdown. Our with blue, you can see the technological costs, which are mainly the deployment of IoT sensors, the building of the cloud infrastructure, also setting up the digital twins and expanding this system to the whole SkyTrain and rapid bus network. Also, we calculated with the planning of change management and also the personnel costs during this period of time. And during the 6 years until 2030, the organization will need to spend 171 million Canadian dollar on this project. We also took into consideration the main risks. Our most substantial one is the AI system and the potential failures of AI models because it's not 100% secure. To mitigate this, we found that continuous training and human oversight can help out a lot. Also, the other theories we have is connected to passengers, the sensitive data, often because of the collection of the data with IT sensors and cameras. Also, the employee resistance can be an issue, but with comprehensive employee training, we can upscale their quality. Thank you. And to summarize our case, so we bring multiple digital twin technologies into different fields. With minute-to-minute, we want to maximize predictive maintenance effectiveness and also operational process optimization. And we monetize to maximize the quality data can be also additional financial monetization possibility.
Presentation time is complete. Thank you, team, for your presentation. Please wait a moment as I prepare the timer for the Q&A period. Judges, you have 5 minutes to ask questions. You may now begin.
So you talked about being monetized, 19.5 million in the first year, 2028 is your estimate. How do you come up with that number?
Yes. So, okay, sorry. So we found use cases about former cases where these types of partners were supported by other companies, and based on this and having a ratio of that like area or population of the city, we try to estimate the numbers and incomes and cost savings of our strategic.
So you compare the demographics between
Yes.
those ones
Yes.
that have been done and what are
Yes.
phase. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You said that your solutions will lead to less overcrowding. Can you explain that in a little bit more detail, why that is?
Yes, for less overcrowding, as you can see here. So sure. Like less overcrowding. Okay, sorry. Like when when you're building predictive maintenance IoT sensors to your vehicles, you will be gaining more data from it. You will have to analyze from that, and because of the better maintenance, you have cleaner and safer buses. You have optimized travel times. You will be able to create better routes for your customers, and because of that, you will be gaining, and because of the population growth, you will be gaining more residents who will be using your service. So that's how we calculate it. Somehow we can manage that.
More users would say more crowding.
Sorry?
More users, I would think, creates more crowding.
Yes, but with the optimization, you will have to be able to create the more population for more optimized routes that they can use.
Can I just push onto that just 1 second?
Sure.
What about SkyTrain and West Coast Express train? Like the trains, they don't have different routes, they have basically what they have.
Yes, but but these rules are connected to other laws as well, so something.
Yes, I mind that we are talking about so frequency here. So in rapid hours, in our data, we can analyze that. And also in busy hours, we can send more trains on a single line. To analyze the overcrowding.
In your research, what did you see as a base data set to check the AI models? So as the AI models were running, where would you be going to see like whether those AI models that they're outputting is actually making improvements? Like, did you see anything like that?
Like which digital twin?
Well, no, like there's the AI as a digital twin, but that needs to be checked against actual data and actual running statistics. So how would you see the AI model doing that? Like how would you do your checks against which data sources? First, we sure have to have some more people for some more people to check if the analysis that AI can make is good or not. Like we have this data analysis and 3D simulations and GIS specialists as well to work with AI at the same time and analyze the same data that the IoT sensors can collect. So that's how you can be sure that the AI is working the correct way for the implementation phase. Okay, yeah, thank you.
My question would be on this. When you talk about IoT, have you thought about using the GPS that you have on trains or
Yes, of course.
everything, and instead of putting IoT, bringing that information directly from operations?
Yes.
And we took those into consideration, and we only want to implement sensors or IoT sensors that are need to complement the current data sources.
More like a comparison afterwards that AI will do for you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So Bentley IT platform collects all the data, so the IoT data as well and
Q&A final sheet, please. Thank you to our competitors for presentation and to our judges for your questions. Competitors, at this time, please head back into your seclusion room with your team hosts. For any coaches and observers that would like to stay and watch multiple team presentations, we ask that you also exit the room at this time while judges are deliberating between the transitional periods of presentation.